We've just been walking a bit northwards of our campsite, come across this massive rock. So I'm going to walk up here and see. Just got to get up this area first. Give me a sec. Just not as easy as it looks. Here we go. We're up now. Hey, it's a massive rock. Been walking around checking out the termite mounds that are about 7 foot high. Big good area to sit on, and just parabolic and thermal all the way around. I was hoping to find part of the carts that they used to come down here and to get the kerosene shale. There's not much to see. If you've got to go in more, you'd probably have to go down here. You'd find some more big cables and that from the 1870s when they were getting the shale from around Ruin Castle mine. I've got to set the sound recorder soon, but this would actually be a good place to set a, what do you call it, thanks Jeff, nice bit of country for sure, yeah. It's awesome down here, we're having a great time. Yeah, put a trail camera looking straight down and a sound recorder down here. I'll have to come down here more and do a long time thing. Might do it more in the winter time than the summer because it's just hot to get down here, but get down here early in the morning, collect the gear, change over batteries, and then just get out of here and just keep doing it. I'll show you this rock's massive. There's actually like a tree growing in the middle of it here. Hello, thanks for saying hi. What we're going to do is I'm going to go before it gets dark to set up these sound recorders. But they're one's up there we're hundreds of meters away from the campsite, so one's a couple hundred meters up there and the other one's the other side, but I can do them just before dark. There's no big deal. I might just go down the rock and just cruise up over here and see what you see down there. So watch me footing here, I don't want to hurt myself. Okay, always slipping, always. I'm glad I got good. Play some AC/DC loud, that will piss them off. I think we'll play some duff music. Everyone hates duff. Expect to get here. There's a lot of trees that are broken. Look at this big one. It's really dry here. We're just cruising along. But unfortunately I haven't got my thongs on. I'm giving them a rest. I've got a bit of thong itch. So once the thong itch comes, it's really just as bad as chafing. Thong itch is actually worse. It's hard to get rid of thong itch. Seen a lot of big spiders. A lot of big flies too. Look at this area. Let's go around here. It's like full on snake country here. Pretty dry up here from. There's no food sources, so pretty sure there's no J Blakes around here. The rock here, and I'll get a good look out of this whole area. I haven't been down this part before, so I thought while we're down here we'll have a bit of a look before, a bit of a look-see before we head on back to our campsite. We've had something to eat, had a coffee, we're all ready for when it gets dark, got the gear all ready. Plants are a little bit spiky, on the spiky side. Yeah. On this rock. That's what it looks like down here. Might be another way to get into the Gadumba River. We might try this way next time to get down. Yeah, it looks there's one. It looks easier to get down, and it's pretty flat, probably about at least 30 to 40 meters wide. Yeah. Hey Fiona. I didn't get to read what you wrote, so got my hand over the part where you guys are writing, sorry. There's a couple of waratahs just here. I don't know if you can see them. It's no good when you zoom in with a phone. Shit. So if we keep walking in there, you would find remnants of the of that old cartway that they built in the 1800s. There's GPS locations on the internet if you want to see the pieces that are down here. But yeah, it might come down one day, and going to be a shocker of a summer for bushfires if we cop a bad summer this year. SA looking very much the same. You know, Louise, here Victoria, it's dry as buggery. Yeah, this would be a good spot for parabolic for sure. If nothing happens where we are, I might just say we'll get on that big rock up there and we'll put the parabolic. The only thing is it's the wind. Even if the wind's blowing from the back here, let's zoom this out again. If the wind's coming from the west, even this wind rustling the leaves here, it's just blind. It's just like nothing. You can't hear anything. So if something's moving down there, you can't distinguish it between it and what's coming from behind you. The parabolic is really sensitive. It's got to be like ultra quiet. Might just go down the rock and walk around this way and see what's down there. It is ultra dry, and we've put some made a little fire because it was windy, so we made like a little one, and this wood just went up like a firecracker, and we were like, whoa. We didn't worry about making a big fire. You gotta use your brains and your common sense in these situations. But yeah, I reckon we can get in using this, like straight down there. That's perfect. Most of the way to get in is flat, then going down. It would have been good just to have a campsite down here. If I knew about this area, I would have come into here. It's a couple hundred meters down, and we were just pointing our stuff down here. But we can come down here at night. It's no problem. We've got no problem with that. I'll just go up here. If not, we just walk around a bit and have another look around the area for future research, and while we're here, didn't think we weren't going to go this far, but and then the gate is on, so I'm just being a bit wary where I put my feet. I don't want to get bitten by a snake. Alright, what's this down here? All different coloured gum trees down here. There's some massive termite mounds that make me look like a little kid. There's a couple of them down here. Couple of nice flowers down here. It's good to see the odd reds and purples and whites. Yeah, I haven't got the thermal whip on me right now, but it's at the campsite. But it's no use having it until it gets dark, because all these trees and the rocks, they show up as heat signatures, and the old wombat hole, snakes do go in them, so I don't want to hang around it. Good to see a lot of waratahs flowering down here. Alright, this is about as far as I'm going to go now. I'm not going to go any further because this is the end of the ridge. Oh, nearly tripped. Nearly went arse over tit. Anyway, that's what happens. And yeah, you would have seen a good tumble then. Went arse over down there. It's not like it hasn't happened before. As long as I land on my butt, I'm okay. Yeah. Looks like when it rains, it really comes down here. It's like a ravine there. And all the water just gathers in there and goes down into the Kadumba River. So yeah, this would be a good spot to go down to and get in. Check it out. What an awesome area. Well, there's no signs of tree breaks or anything here, but there was a lot of up here. There was a lot of signs of where the wombats have been walking around. There's signs of wombats here, but there's no wombats here at the moment. Get back off here. Bloody plant. It's dead, and I got caught up on it. Go back up. You can see all the plants are seeding at the moment. So kind of like looks like a pine kind of tree. So there's a few of them around here. I don't know what they're named. It just looks like a pine tree. I'm not a horticulturist. Some big flies around here. You can hear them buzzing around. Try and get onto the top of the ridge here. Walk along. It's actually pretty humid at the moment. I took the jumper off because it was cold, because it was windy. And now, because we're walking around, it's actually humid and doesn't say any rain, but hopefully it's not a sticky night. As soon as the sun went down, like over the ridge yesterday, it dropped about 5 degrees straight away. I think it'll be doing the same today. I don't know where Kurt's gone. Oh, he's over the other side of the rock there. Heaps of trees that have fallen down here. So many dry pieces of wood. I'm glad I can get reception here to do a YouTube live, because I've never been able to do one before, because there's like 5G towers up the top of Katoomba down near Scenic World. You can get 5G. So that's that big rock I was on when I started this segment, this live segment. You can see how big it is. Oh. Yes, there's Kurt the Yowie. So hopefully you're enjoying just having a look around while we're walking around here ourselves. Look, it's nothing special, it's just the Australian bush, and if you're not from Australia or from New South Wales, this is what it looks like here. Dry. It's going to be very dry this summer, because they're saying it's La Nina, which is no rain, and El Nino when it pisses down, something like that. If I'm wrong, tell me. I think that's the way. Anyway, we just call it drought. So when the drought's in and you get a bit of rain, you try and get as much as you can and gather it and keep it my sound recorder is up here, so I'll keep going while I'm walking towards the sound recorder. Got a bit to get there. Always good to check out these areas as much as you can. So next time you come around, you know, you're familiar with the area and you don't get lost. You can walk a couple of k's from your campsite and then make your way back, because all these areas look the same with all these trees falling over. I'll go up here because that tree there is pretty big. And usually when they got trees falling over and it's cold, the snakes hide underneath them. A lot of burnt out trees like this, but this one's dead. And sometimes they shoot out new shoots like this. Look at that, coming out from the side of the tree. There's one there and another one here, so it's still alive. You see them, they fall over and the main tree's dead, and then like this one here, there's a new shoot coming out of it. So some trees can look like they're dead for decades, and then all of a sudden they shoot new growth. Alright, this is where my first sound recorder is, or one of the two anyway, the first one I've come across. You can see this big tree that's just fallen over, and then I'm just going to turn the other one on. I'm going to turn it on now, so it'll be on for the next about 15 or 16 hours or so. I'll pick it up early in the morning. Trail cameras just down here within a couple of 100 metres, so you see it's in this big tree. If you've watched before, I'm just going to turn it on, and I'm pretty much just going to hit record and it'll go because it's set to go. So I hit record, it's just going to go till either tomorrow. It's preset. Hopefully you see how it's got the light on there, and if it rains, because it did rain while it was out here before we come here today. And the other one is, yeah, let's trail sound recorders way up the other side of the show you this open area. You see it on the map. I must have made it for when there's like a fire and they need to drop stuff in here for firefighters or something. It's all chopped. Just, we've been using it to get from A to B. See the amount of trees that are falling over. This way. We walked around here a fair bit. And I must have chopped this area down to get helicopters or something in here, because it's about 50 metres long, maybe 60 metres long by 30 wide, 40 wide. So they've chopped the trees down, and then over here they've just taken them out. So it must be something to do with the national parks and the RFS, the firefighters, to get maybe a helicopter or something in here in case someone's in trouble. They can land and they can just bring them in here to get them out. If anyone knows, you can let me know. Little gap in the rock here is just where it's the bottom part slid open. I reckon there's a wombat hole in there. There's probably a wombat's made a hole in there. Yeah, there's a hole somewhere down in there. Wombat tried to dig anyway. We haven't seen any fresh poo from wombat poo. I'm going to go up to the other sound recorder. See, there's another termite mound right here. They're pretty tall. Took a few pictures of myself standing next to them. They're massive. Okay, an area to get wood if you're here. Sorry, Pete, I'm wearing my shoes. You know, like I was telling people I got thong itch. It's just like getting, you know, chafed. The thong itch is a lot worse. It takes longer to get rid of. You know, that's what happens is the toe jam rubs in between your toes and it gets really itchy. And it's like trench foot. It's probably worse than trench foot. Anyway. Yeah, I was actually thong slapping the flies earlier. Yeah, a couple of flies got smashed with the thong slaps. But no, we haven't come across any snakes, thank God for that. And there's been some big flies, like those big sand flies that just got that big, like a pin on them, and they just drill it into you. So it's just dry. You can see it's all crunchy. Some places it's like ankle deep. Other places it's up to like your knees. You see just where we come from. The wind's coming along. Look at that, how it comes up. It comes up in gusts. See how it's all quiet over this way? We're blowing a gale here soon. It just comes up in gusts. And then it'll hang around maybe for 10 minutes and then it dies away and goes. I'm hoping that dies away that a lot so we can use the parabolic. I'm trying to find where the other sound recorder is. Ah, I think it's over there. Just gone too much. Yeah, because we walked all around here today. And we had to go and have a sleep. We're buggered. And we've got to hike out tomorrow. And we're going to be up late. We'll probably be up till maybe 1 o'clock this morning. If shit hits the fan and something turns up to come around to check us out, we'll be up until, you know, they're long gone. So this is where the other sound recorder is. It's really not far from our campsite. Campsite is, I'd say, probably about 40 metres that way, maybe 50. Just so in case something comes around, we've got one that's far away and one that's close. So we're covering all aspects of things being far away and close. There was a big water, like a pond down there, but since it's been like that 37-degree heat day, it's really dried up. So get the sound recorder here, pretty much just turn this one on. Sony note taker. I've had this one for well over a decade. I reckon I've had it for maybe 12 or 13 years. You don't get them like this no more, they change them. And this one here, I just press record and straight away it's going to record straight away. I don't have to set anything up, I've already preset it. So it's just analysing the SD card in there. It'll take 30 seconds or so to do that. It comes up, I hit the red button, it's recording, and there's a lot of battery power in there in the bottom right. So it's got 16 files, and it'll still pick up any noise. So you can see how the wind is gone. It's gone quiet, so the gusts are turning up sporadically, but you know, every, what I'd say, probably every 20 minutes, and you can hear them. They come down from the top of the ridge and they come down, but the other one, they come from the north. It's been mainly coming from northwest. I'll show you the pond that dried out. Go down there. Check out all this area. We did it today. About 2 hours we were walking around. There's just dry leaves everywhere, fallen trees. If this place here goes up, I always said if the Jamison Valley goes up, they're not stopping it. They are not stopping it. I do not know why I don't come down here and do some backburning. It's just crazy. This place would just, it'd go up. If the wind was right and it went towards scenic right, it'd just burn the place out. It's crazy. This is where they should be backburning, get rid of all this shit. But you look at how big the Jamison Valley is and it's probably just too hard. Costs too much, that's what it is. So, way down there, I'll try and see a tree fallen, and that's where the pond was. I don't know if you can see it, you see. It's like right there, there was a massive pond. And when I come down here 6 weeks ago, I could have swum in that. And if I go down there, there's probably ankle deep water. Yeah, there's a bit of water left in there. There's not much. Nice flowers around here. Got some yellow ones. We've got these purple ones. They've been there around here somewhere. You got purple flowers, you got the red ones. You got these white ones that look like daisies. So, and then you get some like these tree ferns that are here. Sorry mate, I'm going to try and put it so it's stay like that. Sorry if it's pixelating. First time I'm doing a Facebook Live on a phone. And that's why I always say to people, if you come out here in the bush and you are going to take photos in the bush, use a camera. A phone camera is actually a phone. They just add a camera on there and they're not the best. The sensors are so small, that's why they pixelate. The sensor is smaller than my pinky fingernail, when a camera sensor is really big and chunky. And that's why we get all these pareidolia pics of, you know, tree stumps that are, you know, like there's a tree stump over here. I can take a photo of it and then on a certain angle and say, oh, it's a Yowie, and make it look like shoulders and a head. But what I say to people also is, well, the phones, if you do use it, which I don't use, I've got my 4K camera, why don't you use the video feature instead of just taking photos? Is it because if you take a video, it shows you that you are lying, or whatever you're saying is there is not there? It's a tree. So anyway, when I first saw the Junjity, the little one at Glenbrook, it's on the AYR, I think it's number 76. And unfortunately, when I did an interview, I had to go outside of the house and the aircon was on because it was like 45 degrees outside, and that's why you hear this like this aircon noise, which was pretty bad. I thought this part was like on the tree that I saw this Junjity in, and it stuck its head around like this, and then it blinked and it just moved its head to the side, and then I started picking up the features. But that's basically what I thought it was just one of these things that bulge out on the tree. And that was way back in 2013, I think it was like June or July. Yeah, there's so many trees that are falling down here, it's not funny. Look, there's one up here. It's like resting in between the tree there. So many trees here that have died and they're just bending over. Like, they've died because of the cold. Like, this is an example. And I did take a photo, but this is an example how little trees die in their mass. There's like heaps of them. There's some just here. There's this one here. There's this one here. It's died. Nothing's bent it, but it's bending because it's died because it's cold, or there's no rain and it's only a small tree, and that 37-degree heat day could have killed this tree off about 6 weeks ago, or they could be even dead longer. And this one here's bending. There's like, let's go and find out how many dead trees are here. There's a small tree here bending over dead. There's another one here. Look, that one's bent over dead. There's another one bent over dead there. There's another one over there. Bent tree. Bent tree. All these trees are dead. See, there's all the small ones. They're all dead because of the lack of rain and the heat. And it just dehydrates them and they just die because there's nothing in the ground and to keep them alive. And they use all the water up in the stems to keep themselves alive, but when the ground just dries out, they got nothing else but other than to do the die. So Dan, go to Tully, North Queensland. What's in Tully, North Queensland? There's another one here. It's dead. It's bending. Yowie's not doing it. It's just natural. I don't think Yowies are bending trees over. For what reason? You know, rock stacks are a bit different story. Like, these are physically getting put on top of the rocks. And as you can see, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the Jamison Valley. And you'll see in the video some weird shit that we videoed on our way down the valley there. Look at that. There's an old termite now. And looks like wombats tried to dig in it. And you got this tree here. You know what? That looks like an old post. Like, that just, there's no, like it's been cleaned, and it's an old post it's from the original cable car. You see, it's perfectly round. And has that been here for like 100 and something years, and it's only just a shell? Like, it's a shell. Yeah, if I go out there, so that's open. There's termites in there, but that looks like it could have been one of the original posts from like the late 1800s. That's weird. Could be, I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there's any parts where there was like branches coming out. Is that I thought there might be some cable or other things around here, but no, that's really weird. That just looks like a pole, like a post that they used for the cable cars to take the coal out in the late 1880s, until it fell over, and then they made the scenic railway and got the donkeys to cart everything back out. There's that flower, the white one I was telling you about. I'll stand still and you can see how quiet it is. Okay, Tully, North Queensland, and they got their Yowie up there. Oh, okay, they're all around Australia. I think they're all around Australia, in areas that are, there's water. There's like desert. You're not going to find anything living around there that's the size of a Yowie that's 7 foot tall. It's just, there's just nothing to sustain them. You see how quiet it is. And I tell you what, when the sun goes down here and it gets dark, you cannot see. Okay, at Tully, I think, Peter, did you talk about that one on AYR? When you get your hand in front of you, like at an arm's length, you cannot see your hand in the darkness down here. It is that dark down here. It was a bit daunting when we first got down here and when it went dark, but we got used to it. But tonight I'm really going to look forward to it because the wind has died down a hell of a lot more than yesterday. The only thing you hear is, okay, no, never. Okay, I thought you were the one. There was a few people. There was one person talking about one that ran through past when people were having like an exercise, shooting at a shooting area for the army. I thought that was the one. Well, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have the encounter at the Appen at the dog track. I would not have been here. I'd probably be doing something else, but I'm so glad I had it because I met so many good people and I've done and gone to so many fantastic places. And it's been so good getting to know a lot of people. I've made more friends while I've been doing Yowie research, and made more friends than when I was a kid. But then I've come across a lot of dickheads too. They're just idiots. Anyway, you get that in any field. I'm sure there's a lot of people that you know, make movies don't like each other. People play football, people play soccer. There's a lot of rivalries out there. And I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm the bee's knees. I've never said that. But I'm just saying, you know, use common sense. You know, it's just making everyone look like an idiot when people are posting these bloody blurry pictures, like blurry pictures where you can't see anything. They're talking about the magic eye and they red circle everything. It's just beyond belief that people are still doing this. All it is I've been doing this since 2005, and I'm seeing people come and go, and they do the same thing. And they get on these, you know, YouTube channels like, Facebook groups like Yowie Busters with that Stats guy. The guy knows nothing. He runs a place like the group like a Nazi. You know, you learn nothing from there. There's obviously that Leona Drunk bloody video, whatever her name is. It's just a man in a suit. And the research he did was stand near the tree. They didn't go and see where the supposed fence was it stood over. They didn't go try and see if there's any hairs on this barbed wire fence that it's supposed to go over. They didn't try and find any footprints. They tried to do nothing. There was no photos. It was very vague, and it was absolutely a fake. And Stats is trying to get fame out of someone else's fake video. So if that's all you're doing, Stats, well, you're going nowhere, mate. You know. And you can't do research when you walk 5 minutes from the car. You know, if it's just too scared he's going to bust a plugger. Anyway, it's windy again, and I got one other thing to say, that I'm able to put advertisements on my YouTube channel. It'll never happen. I'm not out here to make money. I haven't got enough people as subscribers anyway, but if I even ever had 10 million subscribers and people will be saying you can make $10,000 a week with ads, there, stick that up, ads, stuff ads. I'm not here to make money on this. Yeah, the fake ones are pretty easy to spot out. Like that latest one that's in America, with that blonde kind of Bigfoot costume. Look, when I did Tracking the Law, we had a costume from America, a Bigfoot one, and it was exactly the same colour, a blondie kind of brownie colour. And it's come out too with, I think, Cliff Barackman, and even Kurt that's out with me today, before Cliff Barackman said there's actually some company nearby that makes these Bigfoot suits, and they make them in that colour. So, you know, it's all for a gimmick. It'll probably come out now. It's gone around the world, and then they'll say, hey, we made that suit. If you want one, come and ring us up. You know, that's what they do. You've got to watch out when things are in America, more than Australia. There's a lot of hoaxing done over there, a lot of hoaxing. Anyway, I'm going to get going now because I've got to set some stuff up. Okay, Fiona, what I'll do another live one tonight. Look, I'll do it at, I'll do it at 8:30 because it's really dark. Chaser, yeah, the Chaser was going to pay someone $100 to camp in the bush. You'll pay $100 a week for footage, or $100 a day or something. And then he wanted $1 million, but the Chaser's just an idiot. He just posts. Jamie Martin brought him out as a fraud because he was posting 1850 news articles from Trove and saying that they were Red Alert latest reports. I don't know how an 1850 report comes out as a latest report, but yeah, the Chaser needs a good thong slap or two. Might get Paulie from House's to thong slap him. He's pretty good at thong slapping. Anyway, what I'll do, 8:30 tonight, I will put on a YouTube live for about 5-10 minutes, just so you guys can see how dark it is. You won't see anything. I'll have to get the torch out and show you guys how dark it is. So anyway, boys and girls, thanks for watching. Like I said, I haven't done this before. I wanted to walk around and show you guys. So there's our campsite all in here. I want to show you guys what this place looked like. And all right, 8:30. But look, if you're in bed, you can watch it tomorrow. Just because it's live doesn't mean you can watch it later. And as I always say, always hiking thongs. don't ring the bell and don't care about subscribing. I don't care. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching. Cheers.